Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Listen, we're giving you the receipts on this video. Now, I've already done a video back a few months ago where I said the receipts that Amon Wigan provided show us that Keke Palmer looks like it's a different scenario to what she presented. We did a whole live, almost 4 or 5 hours. You can go on my channel and see it where we said, Black women, we are sorry that we didn't believe Keke Palmer. I'm gonna have to snatch that chain back like Ti in freaking ATL. Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to say, Lauren, keep me that back, right? Don't apologize to black women, for not believing them. Meanwhile, the evidence has been supplied to court from Darius's side of things and showing text of conversation between the two of them. And so we're going to read them for you as well. We won't waste much time. But before we do get into that space, look, I know some of you may not agree. You may not like Darius Jackson. You may think it doesn't mean that he didn't. Hey, we're not discounting 2022. By the way, we're still waiting to see the evidence that's been provided to the court with the video of him actually abusing her. We're still waiting for that. We haven't received it yet, so we're waiting for it. That doesn't mean that he hasn't been abusive. That doesn't mean that he hasn't not been abusive. But like I said, that when we now realize that Keke Palmer had an abusive past, we have to look at her like an abuser. I can't look at her as a normal person anymore because she has a past of abusing her partners. So I now have to look at it differently, right? And I know many people might not like that because they want to have Keke Palmer as the victim, which is fair because the first thing that came out between the two of them was the evidence of the video that was still shots. But we're waiting to see that video to see if it actually will play out to be the way it needs to be. But this situation happened in 2021, okay? And we're gonna go through a post here on Rolling Stone, and then I'm gonna provide the receipts that were the tweets, sorry, the texts that were provided to the court as well. But let's go through this. But before we do, like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of the uploads, baby. Okay, we're trying to get to 100K. We'd love for you guys to help us out get there. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you sub. Make sure you also join our membership. It's £1, $1. Support the family as well going forward. I think we're almost at 200 members as well. So thank you so much. And we're almost at 80K, 80,000 people who are subscribed to the channel. Beautiful. We're loving it. We want to get to 100 though. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and click on that bell button as well. You can also join our Patreon, our Discord, and you can join and have those conversations as well. And for those of you also who love to wear clothes, fashion, merchandise is also there from the channel as well. We gonna get it. Okay. All right, let's get into this video. Let's read what was said from Rolling Stone. So, says Darius Jackson has responded to Keke Palmer being granted a temporary restraining order against him. He filed an official response to Keke Palmer's restraining orders request on December 15th, where he alleged Palmer was the primary aggressor during their 2.5-year relationship, according to Us Weekly. Jackson claims the actress verbally and physically abused him and that she punched, choked, and hit him several times. In response, he listed dates of alleged incidents in November 2021. He said Palmer called him over 200 times and sent over 50 message emails when he told her he wasn't spending the night with her. He said he changed his phone number in March 2022 to avoid the alleged harassment. A year later, allegedly verbally abused him, calling him a B word, a punk ass, and a loser. Jackson claims Palmer got more aggressive after drinking alcohol. Now, if you know anything about her history, her dad was an alcoholic. When I say there's trauma and there is drama, like her dad was an alcoholic, and she speaks quite prevalently about this in her book. I did a whole live about this, and so this is not out. This is definitely within the remit, right? Continuing the perpetual cycle of abuse. Hence why I didn't like that video that she did with that white guy where she was talking about domestic violence and manipulation and stuff like that. And I was like, baby, you the one, you the person. So said there are also screenshots of alleged text messages between the two where he sent her a photo of his bruised arm, where Palmer eventually responded, I own up to squeezing your arm. It's clear you're trying to create a paper trail. You're literally trying to set me up through text and your family and everything else. She allegedly, what's that? Hey, get off my screen. Sorry, guys. Okay, let it go. In another alleged screenshot, the former couple's text, Palmer sent him paragraphs of apologies and not feeling adequate to be his partner, which lines up with her history of what we saw in the previous. If you read her book, I did a whole video on it, man. I'm sorry for hitting you. Palmer allegedly sent in a message to Jackson. I'm sorry for being afraid to lose you and that turning into me and that turned into me acting out of fear and desperation. That wasn't the best me that you received. I'm sorry for that. I feel I'm not capable of pure and good love, and these are the energies I'm now feeling, questioning, and doubting. Now, this is the same language that Jonathan Mason was using, right? And people were saying it's abusive. I don't want to hear people talking about defending Keke when this is exactly what we saw Jennifer Major's situation. Okay, I can read some of the alleged text messages below. Okay, so we're going to get into some of the screenshots as well. Let me go on to Twitter because I think it'll be easier to provide those screenshots. Okay, I'm going to try and make it as big as possible. So it's not that clear for you guys. I do apologize. Let me see if I can. It's hard to, yeah, it's hard to get that close. I'll have to read it, and unfortunately, I'll read it for you guys, and you just have to try and get it. Can I bring it closer, maybe? Okay, that's better. Okay, let's do that way. All to myself, I did this. I'm so. By the way, obviously, some of the text is not gonna have every response that she responded back with. So, quote unquote, take that with that pinch of salt, I guess. But it says, all to myself, I did this. I'm so unhappy with myself, and I'm going backwards by not better, stronger, and smarter. I'm really going to have to pray on this because I'm just so sad and triggered to that deeply lonely and isolated place in myself where I tell myself no one in the world understands or loves me, which again aligns with what she was saying in the book. The same language. I feel like I'm not capable of pure and good love, and these are the energies I'm now feeling and questioning and doubting. I'm just so sad. I feel so lost. It hurts so bad because I thought I was so clear on so many things. I'm ashamed of how I behaved, and I'm sorry that I was not who you needed me to be. I'm really sorry because I tried so hard. You have no idea. I wish you could see into my heart and my mind, but I know only God can, and that's okay. That's why I love God because I know that's the one that knows me the most and knows both of us the most. I just pray that I can have peace in the situation. I just get so sensitive and become so shell shocked on the inside. I know, I know when I love hard, and that's why I don't want to be in anything. Then I fell for you and fell harder than before. I don't know, thing before, and I'm scared I'm going to just spiral and spiral again. I feel so stupid. But again, lines up with her book when she spoke about her previous ex, that she was spiraling. It's another thing. She felt like she was losing control and spiraling, and therefore she was abusing her past partner. This is why I said that you had to read that book was important. Remember, shout out to that person who sent it to me. In the moment in that moment in the alley when you're talking away, when you're walking away from me, I was just so soul crushed. The feeling that I felt I can't explain. I can't explain. Sorry, and I'm still sitting in this very moment. So in the moment in the alley, we were walking away. Now, if you watch my video where I talked about Armand Wiggins, this was 2021, not 2022. There's no reactive abuse here. This is 2021. Okay, before the incident. I don't know why it was just so hard for me to understand you walking away. All I saw was every deep moment we've ever had, and how I couldn't understand you turning your back on me. I had no space for your humanity, and I immediately tried to possess you, but you're not mine. You are God's. And if you didn't want to share yourself with my anymore, I should have respected that, and I'm sorry I didn't. You are not an object, and I cannot be so unhealthy unattached to you. I'm sorry for hitting you. Let me say it again because some of you will not hear this. I'm sorry for hitting you. I'm sorry for being afraid to lose you and that turning into me acting out of fear and desperation. That was not the best me that you received, and I'm sorry for that. I'm mad at the situation. I'm mad at myself. I'm deeply affected and afraid because it's such a deep heaviness that I don't want to feel anymore. It's not your fault nor job to alleviate it from me. I honestly need to pray on it. I just hate how exposed I can feel. I'm just sad and sorry to be texting so much. That's what I truly hate when things go down like this. I gotta be here at work. I have no time today to just sleep and heal. I was up all night. I forgot all my shit at home. I'm in every single scene. Yeah, I did this all to myself. I'm sorry my text coming out of order. He replies, I have the night to yourself, Kiki, only you. When you wake up tomorrow, let me know what you want to do. I don't want to lose you, but I also don't want to lose myself, which is why I try to hold myself in those situations. Okay, so these apparently are the alleged texts sent into court. So this is what it is apparently, right? That he's put into court allegedly. Again, so allegedly is always important because, you know, um, it's important. Uh, I mean, listen, I'll be honest with you. I think this situation again tells me that there is more to the story, more to the situation at hand, and that Kiki and Darius were in a toxic relationship because they come from toxic backgrounds. And because they come from toxic backgrounds, it's easy to get caught up in a cycle of abuse and toxicity in your own relationship because you can't tell the boundaries of what a healthy one and what an unhealthy relationship is. This is why I said that the therapy needs to be really working in terms of healing. People need to really do some good healing, and it wasn't just Darius; it's also Keke too. Yeah. Whew. All right. We'll see you guys soon. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you leave me your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. Do you disagree? Do you agree? Do you think it's not worth mentioning? What's your thoughts about this?